So Thursday, April 2nd, 2020, we are going to finish up our notes on the current chapter that we are on. And it finishes up with talking about some lawsuits. So basically, that's not a word, not a phrase we want to hear. But basically, if you are not paying your debts, this is honestly a real possibility. There are court actions if you don't make your payments, and they can come after you for all kinds of things. Now, technically speaking, most of these would take place in what are called small claims courts. A small claims court, I think Judge Judy, you are going to court for basically $10,000 or less. Would happen in a small claims court. You know, it's not a major court in terms of you're not going in front of a jury or something like that. Um, it's you and the judge and obviously other court officials, and actually it's a bunch of people who are going to be in court that day. They kind of move through the cases really fast. Now, what I would tell you as far as small claims court, if you are sued, you will be served, which means you're given paperwork that says that you're going to be called to court, and you'll be given about a 10-day notice. And if you are in debt and it's seen that you are validly in debt, let me be real clear about this, you are going to lose your case. So you're like thinking, why are we talking about this then? Well, please understand that even when you lose, you still have 30 days before the judgment is final, which means at that point they will go through whatever it is that the court deemed as necessary to get their payment, which could be garnishment of wages or whatever. So in the meantime, you have the ability to utilize what's called a pauper's oath or a slow pay motion. Really, it's a fancy way of saying, um, hey, let's use a pro rata plan. Honestly, that's just another form of a pro rata plan, but a way to, you know, give the court proof that you're giving the people that you owe debts to, you're giving them all that you possibly could give them, which is honestly the goal. Um, that's not necessarily what always happens, but that is obviously always the goal. A couple other things I would also say about lawsuits is make sure that if you are involved in a lawsuit, hopefully not, but if you are, always get your any settlement that you do, get it in writing, because if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Never give them electronical access to your checking account. That would be a very bad idea. And never write a post dated check, which means a post dated check means I'm writing a check for a future date with the idea that I would have money eventually. That's a bad idea. That's a post dated check because they will cash it. Even if you tell them, don't cash it till next week, they will cash it right away. And if you don't have money in your account, that's a problem. So make sure you're understanding lawsuits, and I will go ahead and close up video number one, and we'll finish with video number two here in a moment.